Hello everybody, it's your guy Need Not Apply, and welcome back to a new video. Today we're going to be playing Software Inc. You might be a little confused if you know what Software Inc. is. You may be thinking, isn't Software Inc. a PC game? How are you playing that when you don't have a PC? Well, my friend was gracious enough to allow me to borrow his old laptop. So with that, I'll be making a couple of videos on PC games. This can range from like Software Inc., Spore, Civilization 6. So there's definitely a lot more variety in these games. So if there's a particular game you want to see me play, leave it in the comments down below and I'll check it out. And if I have it, you can expect a video on it. And since I'm recording this with a computer and it doesn't depend on other people's schedules, I can just sit here and record it without having to worry about anyone else. That means that videos should be able to come out more often than when I was playing the PlayStation and recording videos on my phone. I even have some games that I have on the PlayStation, such as City Skylines. I actually have that for this, so I could play that. So yeah, there's a couple of games that I can play. So anything you want to see, leave it in the comment down below. And if you would, please ignore the audio. And I know it's a little bad. I probably need a new microphone, but I don't know when I'll get one. But please consider sticking to the end of the video, where I'll ask you to like and subscribe and comment and such like that. Anyway, let's get into this. We're going to start a new game. Now, I already have a character build, mainly because this is just what I like to go with. This isn't me. I know it looks like me, but it is not. We're actually going to be going for easy, mainly because I'm not very good at the game. And I'll just take any assist that I can get. So this is my personality. I'm generous and optimistic, so I'm a pretty fast learner. I'm pretty social, and I'm rather stressed. I gotta do the skills and specializations and such, so I would say I'll be back, but I'll just do that while you're here. I usually try and go pretty balanced for these, except for hardware. Hardware is new. So I usually put a little less into it, mainly because it won't be something we'll really need to focus on at the beginning of the game. After all, we won't be able to print our own products and such, which is something you can do as part of testing branch 11, I believe. So, yeah, there we go. For leader, balance that out pretty hard, mainly because I like to kind of have the ability to just lead. And for service, support and marketing, mainly because I haven't played long enough to really have to deal with law. I played the game for a while, don't get me wrong, but I think it's because of how I play, because I've never actually had to I've never been in a situation in which law has been an issue. And I'm gonna lower the leading skill and the service skill a little bit, because at first we don't really need him. After all, leading's the only one I could see us needing in the long term. Like service, after a while, if we start producing our own products soon, maybe this episode or the next, then we'll just have, you know, a support team if we can afford it, and a marketing team, or 2-in-1. That way we don't have to worry about doing it ourselves, and we can work more on producing products. Now for the company name, we're just going to go for the channel name and then AC. Now we're actually going to choose a plot, and it's going to be a rural place. You're probably wondering why. The talent pool is low. There's also low plot cost, and certain things like background noise low, beauty's high. The internet provider cost is high, and so is, well, medium for utilities. Traffic density is also low. There's like pluses and minuses and such. We could go for a bigger plot, but it's going to cost a little more, so I think we'll go a little cheaper. And we're going to go for temperate, mainly because there's no need to go for cold or anything like that. And we're just going to build a little miniature office for now. And eventually I want to move into the city, because the city has higher, what's it called? Okay. Unfortunately, it looks like we will have to take a loan because we are sitting at a pretty zero. That's no good. But we got a reward. What do we get your logo here's. So I've gotten a majority of the first things. There's just a couple I haven't done. So, but first we're gonna have to take out a loan, and that's okay. I didn't want to take out a loan, but alas. Monthly, no, that'd be too much monthly. Okay, there we go. That should work. Now, we're gonna start with a small little office, mainly because we don't want to construct anything crazy right now. We just kind of need a little building to get ourselves in and out, and then be able to code and such. And since the player character, the founder, doesn't actually need things like a bathroom and such, we don't have to worry about those. We can just put a door right here and work on the inside. Zoom in a little bit, if I can remember how to zoom in. I forgot how to zoom in. Okay, I remember some of the buttons now. So first we're just gonna stick a little table in here, grab a little chair, and then grab a good old computer. We're also gonna need a calculator, mainly because our main guy will be a programmer, primarily, mainly because that's just what I'm used to. Not enough ventilation, not enough light. That's pretty easy. Go to utility. We can just add, I would say like an AC unit. Yeah, we'll just get a little AC unit. Not enough heat. Okay, for heating, I don't know what we'll do for heating yet, but we'll do something. And I want to get a window over here. Not enough light. Great. For heating, I don't want to go for central heating. Central heating's too big. Maybe a roof AC. There we go. And that should be our miniature little building for now. It's kind of quaint. You just gotta kind of duck under the AC when you first come in. Apparently that's not enough heat, because that's an AC. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know why I went for an AC. You'll see. Maybe. Wait. So I guess I'll just have to build a little second room right off the first one. Put in thing in the AC. Not the AC. The heater. Complete. And let's get that heater. Get on it. Now we just gotta hope nothing burns down. Let me do this actually, right there. And then we'll get a door so he can get in and out, even though he probably won't need to. Not enough heating? Still not enough heating? Where is it? Not outdoors. That's probably not. I could have gone for a radiator. Too bad I forgot. We'll just have to go for... Where are they? I like the music in this game. I know it seems a little all over the place right now. But I do like the music in this game. Give me a second. Alright, where is it? I do believe there's like a little vent that you can get, and you can do heating and such through it. That's what I'm trying to find. I guess not, because I can't find it, so we'll just go for a radiator. Alright, there we go. This is a pretty depressing place to work right now. That's okay. We'll fix that. So I think that should be good for now. So first we gotta assign this computer to ourselves, and then we're gonna have to take some contract work. Mainly because what's it called, it's rather expensive and we won't be able to afford it. And I don't like doing game assets. Even if I had the skill for it, I usually don't like doing them. So we'll just accept these and skip ahead. Okay, that's a little farther than needed to be. Since these are just contract work, we won't actually have to do too much for it. Yep, outstanding quality for both those. Which should keep us afloat for this month. And we can start saving up so that we can pay back our loan. Ooh. And I'm having the game run at day speed, just 1 day speed, mainly because I don't like having multiple days going. There's no need for it, because it kind of just slows down work, if anything. Go. Accept. 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 We're just going to accept all of these, honestly. I believe we can do it. If we can't, I'll suffer the consequences. No one to blame but myself. These are due this month, so hopefully I'll be able to finish them before then. Remote, finish, develop, remote. All those are outstanding quality. That's the promise. So we might actually be able to pay back our loan now. Never mind. It's a little bit more expensive than I thought it was. We cannot up. I gotta slow down the speed. It's running too fast. Alright, so now we're just gonna accept all these real quick. And that one. And let's go. So we don't want to go too far on these, and that's probably the best thing. If we had to go real far, then I don't know if we'd be able to finish them. Thankfully, we only have to get them to go a little further. Remote, finish, develop, remote, finish, finish. All those outstanding quality. Very happy about that. So I would say, you know, we might want to start looking into some products to develop. The only issue is we don't actually have, well, funds for it. Like, I want to make sure that we don't have to worry about losing too much money from paying back our loan before that. So I think it'll be definitely a while before we start working on, well, anything else. So this first episode might just be contracts, but I hope not. We may get a little further than just contracts if I am doing this properly. Hey, completely done. That's okay. I'll still accept next week's, tomorrow's contracts. Get those accepted. And then let's go. This also raises our business reputation, which is something that, you know, you want to try and do because that affects the amount of subsidies and such you can have. So it's pretty useful in order to get some contracts out, and it gives you money at the same time. So it's definitely something to work and focus on whenever possible. And since these are only contracts, I don't have to worry about their quality all that much. Like, so when we start releasing our own products, you'll notice that I won't really just release something like that. Ah, dang. Inadequate. That's too bad. But I'd rather it be inadequate than being late. We'll do that next time. Like this episode, but just not right now. I want to do it when I am very confident that we'll be able to finish it. Because the longer contracts usually have to have a higher quality, which means they require more work. So I don't like doing them too much. More work is usually the less contracts I can be taking and less money I'll be making overall. However, a contract of that amount, I can't say no to. Saying no to that would be crazy. I definitely need the money. Though I think we'll be able to pay off our loan and then still have a little bit of money soon. Probably before we finish the contract, though it wouldn't hurt to do it after. So, but since they're giving us 5 months on this, I'd say we have to get it to at least, like, iteration 3. We don't have to finish iteration 3, but we definitely have to get it there. Mainly because, well, we gotta make sure it's high quality. So this is gonna be the only thing we're gonna work on. That way we can make sure it gets the best quality I'm willing to put in it, and we still produce money. After all, it is important to try and keep our company afloat. Yeah, see, we even lost a little bit of money last month. That's okay. So now we just gotta work on that. And that, even if it takes us the 3 months, we should be good. Because bug fixing is usually something we have to do. And some contracts, you don't even have bugs to fix. So, really, we should be fine here. But then after this, I want to pay off our loans and then start looking towards development of our own software. So I think that's going to be something exciting we do next episode. We'll, like, definitely work on it this episode, but, like, we won't release it till next episode. Especially by ourselves. So we're almost done with it. We have 1 month left, so I'm hoping that we can at least get a little closer, even if we have to submit it as inadequate. And this should also help us try to get closer to 4-star. I do want to see if we can get to 6-star. Mainly because 6-star would allow us to have a lot more subsidies than 3-star. Very slow. Alright, so let's actually call some IT support, and then they'll make sure the computer stays up and running. Alright, finished that. Perfect. I also, while I'm buying stuff, I want to buy a camera. This way we can make sure we don't actually get robbed, since robbers do exist in this game. I don't really want to get robbed and then we lose all our stuff. What? Glitchy quality? That's me, and I don't remember you saying that bug fix. Alas. That's okay. So, we'll accept that contract, right, and then we're going to pay off our loan. Payout, and just like that, we're home free. Now when he comes into work, we can start working on this one, try and finish it up, and then we'll start working on another product. Now, I don't know what it's going to be yet. Probably going to be an antivirus antivirus, mainly because it's really easy to get started with antiviruses. Even if they don't do too well, they usually do enough to keep the company afloat and help with growth. And I think that's pretty important, especially early on. Like later on, we can start working on better and different products like operating softwares, games, audio tools, 2D editors and such. But like at the beginning, they're really kind of intensive. So it'd probably be best to not, do anything too crazy. So yeah, I think we'll just start an antivirus, file encryption, file scanner, maybe anti-theft, yeah, there we go. 50%, and then next time we can do like interface and networking eventually when that becomes available. Now for the antivirus's name, I mean there's plenty of names we could go for, but I think we'll go for like, if it's just system scanning, system safety, system safety 83. We'll go for 83 only because I'm not sure if we'll be able to finish it before 83. This is just to make sure, 2 years, yeah, no. But this is just to make sure that nothing goes wrong, We can announce it for 83, or we can even push it back if we need to. And then we'll also actually take one more contract, and this will be the last contract we take for a while. We'll go for this logistics contract because it gives us quite a bit of money, and that should give us kind of like a funding for this project. After all, we want to make sure we pay our bills and such. And then we can also start investing in hiring other workers, such as other programmers, designers, stuff like that. Because though we're doing contracts by ourselves pretty well, we need more than just contracts. Alright. So it looks like we'll be able to finish this logistics application pretty soon, which is important. After all, we don't want to be stuck, not with done. We can promote it, fix a couple of bugs, and then release it. There we go. And now we have all the time to just work on our antivirus system. And we're going to take it to the 4th iteration, finish that, mainly because that's just what I usually do for products, even if it's just me working on it or a small team or something. I think it's just better, that way we can make sure it's the highest quality and we can get the most amount of money from it. However, for the next product, I think we'll actually get a publisher, I think it is. Yeah, for system, what's it called? I can't see it. I know it looks like I'm not clicking at anything, but the little thing showing me that I'm recording right now is actually kind of in the way, so I can't see what it's called. What are we working on? That's not it. Okay, so I can't see it. That's okay. Whatever. I know it starts with system, but for the second one, I think we're gonna end up having to go for a publisher. That way, it just makes life a little bit easier. The only downside is they set an automatic release date, and they also take some royalties from it, such as just costs in general. So that's okay. I'll survive from that. And now we're already on the 4th iteration, and we are close to halfway done, so we should be done pretty soon. And that's good. Very happy to see that we're able to kind of burn through it. After all, we don't want to take too long on our thing. If we take too long, We'll never finish it. We're over halfway done, and I think we'll probably finish it next month. One thing I do a lot is reviews, making sure that the product is actually pretty good, you know. That way it'd be worth selling. Though marketing may be a little difficult because we can only do photos, I believe. I don't think we can actually go to videos, but we can do other things such as press builds and such. Okay, so April is the month we'll finish it. There we go. Now we gotta market it. And with our market, we're just gonna do some pictures and then up that all the way. We'll also set the release date. Now, it's recommending October, and I think we'll go for that for now. And so we have a year and 5 months in order to do all that code. And we should be pretty good at it because I believe it's just system code and OS support. And OS support isn't something that we can actually do anything about, but system code we are perfectly proficient in. Some inventory broken. Yeah, see, we have all the points in system code, so we should be able to finish it pretty quickly. And that's always good to see. We can also send out a review. It's going to be a little expensive, but it's not enough to really put us in the hole. And then we can iterate it on it, and that way we can make sure we don't, release a horrible product. After all, money is kind of the goal here. That way we can focus on other things too, such as games or stuff like that. Maybe our first thing could be trying to get out of this little cubby of an office. That'd be nice. One thing I think would be pretty cool for this game would actually be like leaks and such. Like while you're working on marketing, there's a chance that leak happens either by employee or hacker or whatever, and it kind of increases hype for it, like increases the amount of followers it has, but it also kind of raises expectations. So like if it doesn't have a particular feature or it doesn't have whatever, it decreases your total sales as a result. I think that'd be pretty cool, though it may be a little mean. And we're almost getting to the end of this video actually, so I think we'll end this video in, I'd say, December, and then next year you'll just have to wait. Yeah, that thing was taking a while. Actually, first, review time. First, it won't be too good right now, mainly because it's like halfway done, but it's better to get a review going on early. That way, before it finishes, we can get it to like 100, like 10 out of 10 product. And then we can release the best possible product. Yeah, see, we were at 60, so I'm expecting like a 6 out of 10 or closer to like something around there. Yeah. And then we iterate it, so next month when we work on it, then it becomes better. Now it'll be like 7 out of 10, maybe even 8 out of 10. However, once this month is over, I gotta say, episode's over for the day. There may be another video coming out with this, but we're gonna have to stop this and save this here. So if you enjoyed today's video, please consider leaving a like down below. If you're new and you enjoyed it and you want to see more, subscribe and hit the bell so you're notified when the next video comes out. That way you don't have to miss anything exciting or anything like that, anything that happens. And leave a comment down below telling me what type of product you want me to make, or maybe what direction you want me to take this company. If you want to see me expand next episode, if you're excited to see how our first product does, well, then just leave a like down below. So you already know this, but I love y'all. Thanks for watching.